there anything, Art, that stands out to you that the first 3 weeks you maybe weren't expecting from your team, or is this kind of what you thought, performance-wise, not necessarily results or scoring or whatever, but just how the players are doing? Is there anything that's jumped out for you?
I think for me is, the work that they put in over the summer, and obviously our freshmen that are now sophomores put in last year and got to a position where, they're comfortable in their surroundings and they're comfortable within our league and certainly comfortable playing in LeBron. And so I didn't know as we started practice what kind of speed we were going to have. I mean, the practices looked like we were going to be a pretty quick team and good transition team and good puck movement team. And until you play competition, you don't know that. But what I've seen in the first 6 games is our transition's pretty quick. We're pretty good right now at attacking the net, but those are areas where you have to continue to improve and get better. But the early part of the season for a lot of our young players, they've been able to have some success, which builds their confidence, which, makes us a better team.
Kind of things you see out of Bemidji in ways that, a team you've got to be prepared for everyone. And I wonder how you handle that.
Yeah, I mean, our approach as coaches hopefully reflects, what we do in practice. Is it doesn't change. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We could be. Your preparation is the key to the weekend, and similar to last weekend against Mankato, what type of work ethic they're going to bring into the rink each period and each night, and Bemidji's no different. You throw records out the window, and so the base of it is you've got to be able to outwork your opponent, and if you're consistently doing that, you give yourself a chance to win hockey games. Irrelevant if you're playing the number 1 team in the country or playing a team in the bottom part of your division, you have to outwork them, and the margin for error nowadays within all different levels of sports is so small that that's the foundation that you have to establish. It's still early in the season, and our identity has to be in being able to outwork opponents consistently over 2 games over the weekend.
From the personal accolade, 600 wins, does it feel like you've been around for 600 wins? How fast does that time fly?
Gray hair, yeah. Yeah. It's a longevity thing, obviously. When you do something a long time and you have support staff, I have great assistant coaches, I mentioned the other night. We've had good players. We've had, some really good teams over the course of, the 20-plus years I've been here. And you put all that together, and then numbers start coming at you. And so the big thing is to try to be consistent, and we talk about that every year. Can we be consistent from game 1 to game 34, and from weekend to weekend, and from period to period? And if you're able to do that, you have a chance to have a successful season. The same thing as in a coaching career or a player's career, whether I'm playing at Wisconsin or playing in the NHL or wherever I'm playing. Can I be consistent in the way I play? And so if you have established that and you're able to do it for a long period of time, those things will end up happening. But I've always said it's never about me. So it's about what we can do in the next game and what I can do and what my staff can do to help the players that are in front of us.
The 54 goals through 6 games, what's kind of been the secret to the success so far for this start, and how you kind of keep them grounded knowing that the puck's not always gonna go in like it's going in right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, some kids can build some confidence, but are you doing the right things? Are you playing the right way? And those are things that we as a coaching staff will continue to harp on and try to build on. And I'm not a big, huge stat guy. It's like I look at the bigger picture of things and how are we playing. As I mentioned earlier, our transition game early on has been really good, and so if teams turn pucks over in certain parts of the area, we can counterattack, and we've got personnel on our back end that can jump up and join the rush and get outnumbered situations, and we've created scoring opportunities and gotten goals by doing that. And then our power play, the chemistry early on has been pretty good. And so, if you get 2, 3, 4 power plays a game, those are areas and chances you have to put the puck in the back of the net. And so it's work in progress, and obviously we're happy with where we're at right now after 6 games, but we know there's a lot of work ahead of us.
Especially last week, too. First period goals, you had, I believe, 8 combined. how critical is it to have that fast of a start for this group?
Well, it's helpful. I mean, especially early on in the season, if you can play at a certain pace and a certain tempo early on in the game, like we did last Thursday against Mankato, if the opponent isn't ready for it, you're going to get an opportunity to create some chances. Then can you get the puck in the back of the net? We're able to do that and create some energy. And certainly the Thursday night first period was something that set the whole tone for the rest of the game and really for the weekend. And, we have to try to do the same thing this weekend. We come out Friday night in the first period. It's like you got to be in attack mode and you got to transition quickly, and knowing those are the best opportunities to get pucks to the net and create chances. And if we're able to do that, then can we get 1, 2, 3 by the goaltender early on?
You know more about Claire, is back on the ice, or is that the second half of the season?
Claire will happen before Bella will happen. And so I don't have an answer for Claire. If I'm looking in my magic crystal ball, I don't know. I couldn't say Christmas time. I couldn't say before or after. I just don't know. And so they're doing their rehab. They're getting better. But as you well know, I mean, if I've been out for an extended period of time, I can come back, but I'm not ready to play. It's going to take, a chunk of time to get back into game shape before they'll be able to dress for a game.
One of the unique things here on June nights is that a lot of games are sold out. Tickets, try and show up with tickets aren't available at the window, but hang them on the door.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, if they're not using them, they have extras, they hang them on the door. It's one of those little things that, because if people can't use them, it's a little more empty in here, but
Yep.
you got a kind of a culture that people help people. What do you think about that, and how that kind of fuels what you have in the building?
I didn't know that. I think that's unique. It shows a sense and a willingness to, pass it on or move it forward. And I'm not be able to attend the game, but now all of a sudden somebody else can attend the game. And so I know some of the extra tickets that other people have, they'll either call people up or, they'll give them to the front ticket office. So it might say sold out, but then all of a sudden there's 5, 6, 8, 10 tickets that if somebody comes from out of town that didn't know the game was sold out, has an opportunity to purchase that ticket. So those things are nice to hear because obviously when you buy season tickets and you have as many home games as we do, I'm not going to make all of them probably. So can I distribute that? Can I give it away? And now with a mobile device, it's certainly much easier than it was in the past. So that's a real neat thing. But we also have fans that want to sit in their seats. So it can be raining out and they're here an hour and a half before the gates open up because they're going to be first in line. So when that door opens up, they're running right to their seat and want to get their seat. So all good problems to have.